Okay, so the snapback effect, and all that means is, when we are stretching our awareness, when we're becoming or creating a new reality through consciously affecting our subconscious by creating a stream of thoughts and feelings that, usually you want to create a stream of thoughts and feelings that, put you in a high vibration. AKA when you're doing your purpose, you're in a high vibration, right? But when you're approaching this high vibration and you've never been there before and you've never stayed there before and it's never been a part of your reality, in fact, you're just introducing it into your paradigm, like I've experienced this whole month, I've chosen consciously and willingly to re-resurrect a subconscious, unconscious pattern of thoughts and feelings that led me back into my old ways of being irresponsible, being hateful, and being fucking angry. So the snapback effect is just a phenomenon where we try to improve something. Let's say your goal is to constantly go to the gym every day, whatever it is, or whatever your goal may be, right? Since that is a new pattern that you are introducing into your reality, and since it's not a sustained long-term pattern, right? Since we haven't established it as a pattern yet, right? There's going to be a chance, a possibility of you or me snapping back into that old mentality. Because really, the subconscious, unconscious does not want to do new, unfamiliar, uncomfortable things. Yet, these new, unfamiliar, uncomfortable things is the same things that allow us to grow, is the same things that allow us to develop. These are the same things that allow us to move forward in a new motion and in a new light, right? So we pop back into our old reality, or your subconscious bubbles thoughts and feelings, aka perceptions, mirrors of the world, about the world, that are trying to get you to relate back to your old mentality and have you as a spirit, as an observer, go back into that, right? Because once we create something, once we create a mind, once we create a perception, it's going to be very difficult to transform that perception because the things that we create end up being very difficult to destroy. A real life example of that would be, recycling cars. It's easier to build a car than it is to recycle a car. Same thing with the mind. It's easier to, build the mind than recycle the mind. Now I'm saying, yet all of existence is teaching us to try to constantly change. All of existence is teaching us to just really let go and attach to something new. Because if anything is permanent, it's always going to be change, right? So change is the thing that we have to adapt to. Change is the thing that I have to adapt to. If you're an entrepreneur and you go into the marketplace, you have to be able to adapt to the new marketplace. Otherwise, your product, service, or information will not be competitive in that marketplace, right? So therefore, we have to be able to constantly adapt and change into new realities. We have to be able to shift gears and things like that. And it's this inability to shift gears because of being uncomfortable with the future, because the future holds many uncertainties, many unknowns, many variables that have yet to be, right? So we always feel comfortable of what has already been and what has already known. AKA, what we say, what do we say? 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 We say that a known hell is better than an unknown heaven. And that goes for me too. A known hell, a place of suffering that you've known for so long, I'd rather be there than a place of prosperity, a place of abundance. Man, someone can tell me, Jesus can tell me in the Bible all he want to, bruh. He can tell me, man, the kingdom of heaven is within, dog. The kingdom of heaven is out there. Homie, go get that shit. But see, he's already there. So it's kind of difficult when because this whole zone you got to cross, right? So you can start developing these experiences and really developing understanding that, okay, this is part of the process, right? So me snapping back to my old self is part of the process. That's making me aware that, okay, I have to be able to make consistent decisions that allow me to be successful and prosperous in the long term, that allow me to achieve my long-term vision and my long-term success over my short-term pleasures, right? Because there's a lot of things in hand reach that you can get that can please you. You know, it could be an ex-girlfriend. It could be a female at work. It could be just smoking weed. You know, it could be a lot of different things. But, so we gotta be careful, right? Because one slip up makes you slip up even more, because we start to justify our slip ups, right? This whole month, what did I do? I just justified my slip ups. I said, man, you know what? Man, that's crazy. It is crazy, bro. I'm telling you. That's why, like, there's gotta be like a disciplined approach to life. Because if you don't discipline, follow through, because your mind, because you gotta remember, your mind is watching you. And your mind is trying to really see, okay, this nigga, he's trying to say that he's a superstar. This nigga's saying like he the man. This nigga's saying like he the baddest motherfucker in the world. But the things that he does in objective reality does not match his speculative mentality. So I'm confused, bro. That's what the mind is basically saying. Because the mind is looking at you. The subconscious programming that we're operating on is watching you. And it's making sure that you continually live on that path. Not because it doesn't want to do anything different, but because that is what's known to it and what's comfortable to it. So to the mind, that's like normal. This is just the program, the filter that it has been given. But to us, the spirit, we look at us like, damn, we're stuck in a situation. We don't know how to deal with this problem. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Do I retreat? Do I yield and give up? Or do I proceed to solve the problem and proceed to be uncomfortable so I can create a solution? And things like that, right? So the mind does not like change. In fact, when you're changing your life, that's why, man, I'm never trusting my own mind again. From the perspective of, like I said, your mind is always trying to snap you back into that old reality, right? It's always going to try to do that. Like let's say, for example, right? Like one example for me is sometimes when I'm driving to the gym. Let's say today, for example, right? I was driving to the gym. And I'm going to do my workout, shit like that, right? I was driving to the gym. My mind made a suggestion. Now, I don't got to take it. I could just be like, thank you, mind. I know that I used to engage in that pattern, but I wish to engage in a new pattern. Thank you very much, mind. The mind's going to be like, okay, I don't know about that, but proceed. Why, though? So, wait. So, I was driving to the gym, right? And then if I took a right turn, I could have just went to the, you know, I could have went to my boy, the weed dealer and shit. You know what I'm saying? I almost said the peace dealer, laughing my ass off. Shout out to the peace dealer, though. But, yeah. I'm like, you know, I can go to the dispensary right now. I can go to my boy, get some weed, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I can just go get high. And I can just go chill out. And I can pretend like my problems don't exist. Now, that is a suggestion that was made by my mind. Because I've done that for so long, that has become my reality. Like, smoking weed for me really is more of like a coping mechanism. It's not really it's not really like a solution to anything. That's just subjectively, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gotta look at your own life, and you gotta see, is this thing really benefiting me, man? You know what I'm saying? Is it really benefiting me? Because that's what I've been doing the whole month, just smoking a bunch of weed, running away from my problems, you know, telling myself, man, I'm never gonna be shit. I might as well not try. But see, that's my old self. I've consciously, purposely chosen to identify with the self that I told myself that I do not want to identify with any longer. So for 3-4 months, whatever it is, making these videos, I've identified with somebody new. And I lived through the lenses of that person that was reborn in you. But the snapback effect will always try to bring you back into that old reality, into that old filter, into that old perception of reality. And it will try to make you live through that mentality, right? So, you know, it's very interesting. The process of, man, that's why I love my life too. Because all my failures are teaching me how to really engage in this process of self-transformation. That's why I love the USA Marines, even though that, you know, they're pretty wild. But, you know, like my boy Will Rogers says, you know, he says, man, adapt and overcome. That's the Marine motto. Adapt and overcome. So I have to tell myself and tell you the same thing. Adapt and overcome. Real fucking stuff. adapt and overcome. One must adapt and one must overcome. Because that is the only thing you can truly live for. If you're not adapting and overcoming, you are staying in comfort and you are saying, I don't want to get over those obstacles. And a lot of the times, that'd be a lot of us, including myself. Now, the reason why I speak about my personal life is to show you that we're all people and we're all trying to reach for a better tomorrow through reaching out by reaching out to a better state of mind that allows us to be alkaline. Now, don't get me wrong. Negative energy, negative emotions is not a bad thing. I'm going to start using negative energy and negative emotions in my videos going forward. It's not that you got to understand the applications of it. Like when I tell you guys I'm a very angry, hateful person, like that should be true. But it's crazy though, because that is just the negative side of my attributes and characteristics. If you look into your life path number, you'll discover that you have like 1 to 3 demons there. That is the opposite character of your life path number. So if I'm a life path 6 and I'm a compassionate person, that means I also have the potential to be a very hateful person. Because as much as the pendulum swings to the left, the pendulum also swings to the right. So if you see somebody, like me for example, kumbaya, love, peace, and light, brother, praise Jesus, that means that that person is an angry, hateful. Because why the fuck you doing all that for? First of all, that means you compensating for something. So I'm compensating for something because a lot of times we look at our negativity like it's bad. You know, we're told, hey, be a good kid, hey, be a good boy. But when you gotta fight fire with fire, man, you gotta be low vibrational. You gotta put some anger forward. You gotta put some hate forward and shit like that. You can be balanced about it, but it just depends how far you let things go and all that stuff. But yeah, man, that's the snapback effect. Be aware of that when you're transforming your life, especially when you're going to a place where you've never been, because we like comfortable shit. We don't like uncomfortable stuff, bro. I know I like comfortable stuff. I know that I like to drive to Krispy Kreme donuts. Give me a 12 box of them motherfuckers. A medium hot chocolate. And I know I like to knock them mother out. And I like to go home after that and fall asleep for 12 fucking hours a day. Right? But why do I do that? Because I prefer my comfort over my growth. So now I have to continue to value my growth. And I have to continuously pay attention to the stream of thoughts. And like today, all I was doing at work was just monitoring my stream of thoughts and feelings and just changing them on the spot and countering negative affirmations that have been programmed into me, right? So you guys already know. One negative perception I have is, nobody likes me, or shit, we'll just put it that way. Yeah, nobody likes me, right? But it don't matter if people don't like you. What matters is that you like yourself. So basically, yeah, what matters is that you like yourself. So throughout the whole day, I was taking all these perceptions, all these emotions that I was generating, and I was countering, blocking, bam, because there's a chemical stimulus that is generated when you make statements like that. Like, if you've been in worry, in fear, in doubt, in hate, in anger for so long, you cannot even fucking recognize self-love, bruh. You cannot even recognize authenticity. So you will only attract people that are in that space as well. Because birds of the same, I'm gonna change the saying, man. Birds of the same tribe fly flocking together. Or whatever the saying was, but you get the point. You get the point. You get the point. Real stuff. So yeah, man. Monitor your thoughts consciously throughout the day. And if there is something that you do not want to protect. But that's what I'm telling you, man. Because we've immersed ourselves so deeply into this reality. Like, if you... Man, it's crazy. Because look, from the age of 1 to 12, 1 to 13, that's going to make up your perceptions for the rest of your life. Not really, though, because you can fucking alter it, because I already did this shit. So I'm about to do this shit again, but I have to remember this time not to fucking self-sabotage myself, because the brain is so good at taking you back, like literally. The brain basically be generating shit. You know, your chakras be willing shit into existence, creating perceptions of the past, all types of shit to put you back into that state of mind. Because your spirit at that point is at a different location. What your mind is doing is trying to create a recall. Like when cars are bad and the factory has to recall back that product because it's not safe for the marketplace, that's what your brain, that's what your chakra wheels are doing. Your chakras are like, hold on, man. Where the fuck the spirit go, dog? Call that motherfucker again. Because now your spirit is at a new location, creating a new mind. Not exactly like in the esoteric realm, though, because your whole body is a realm. Your spirit be traveling throughout all this realm. But we just be taking our chakras and we be replacing them with new chakras. So we'll be unwinding a chakra and then rewinding a chakra type shit. Like, real stuff. So, yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. The snapback effect. Real fuck. Real shit. I said real fuck. Real shit.